There we go. Just need to, let's see. Come on. There we go. Come on, there we go. Okay, posting that there. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, I'll get to you guys in a second. Just need to spread a couple of these. Oh, there we go. Come on. Let's see. Hi, happy Easter. Thank you all for the lovely Easter wishes. Okay. Just a few more places, if it'll let me. Alright, sorry about that bit of a wait. Let me just go ahead and first up, set that to pop-up chat so I don't have to keep switching my windows. There we go. Yes, I am indeed playing Crash Bandicoot 4, if the title of the stream wasn't a good enough giveaway. Actually, wait a minute. That's weird. For some reason, I'm having a bit of a delay. That doesn't happen often. Hang on, let me fix something real quick. Okay, let's see if that worked. There we go. That's a lot more instantaneous. But yeah, actually, what I meant to do was... because I didn't mean to continue from my new... didn't mean to continue from my current playlist. I meant... oh, that's what it is. Save slots. There we go. See, just getting caught up on the chat, seeing all is here.
Crash Bandicoot. At last, I, the great Neocortex, have you right where I want you. And now, the final blow!
Doop, boop, bum, 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 bum.
Hush, simpleton. Face it, Entropy. It's going to fail. Again.
At least Uka Uka and I attempt to free us from this prison. I won't sit idly by and listen to your inane ramblings for another decade. Chew.
Yes, that is indeed neocortex. Let's see. Entropy is voiced by JP. Yeah.
Is he dead?
Leave him. He served his purpose.
Title drop.
Great power has awoken. Crash? I fear it portends an event of reality-shattering proportions. I feel it emanating from Insanity Peak. Quickly, we must go! Crash.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like, I really enjoyed the... I think... Whoop! Boom! I think the only redesign I'm not 100% on board with is Engine. Like, I think it looks a little bit too goofy for my personal taste, but otherwise I really like all the redesigns for this. Like, especially for Crash and Coco.
Spyro! Come here! Aww.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, as much as I'm curious as to where their house is, I really do like this little, like, beach hangout they have here. Like, they even have, like, a little juice bar, a little crunch fridge, and a television. I wonder what's on the telly today. Played it. Played it. Played it. Playing it. And that's it. Didn't mean to do that.
I'm a big boy.
Okay. Yes, I know all about jumping. Yep. Do. My Easter's been pretty good for the most part. Had a pretty nice service at my church. Like, we had an extended one for Easter. Mom grilled lunch, which was nice. And yeah, right now I'm just chilling while playing some Crash. I tried to do a bit of an Easter drawing earlier, but for some reason I just couldn't quite get it to look as good as I wanted to. Well, I wouldn't really say that they're my best voices, but they're definitely some I really have a lot of fun doing. Oh. Almost spun to that like a silly goober. Oh no! Oh, it's just Ratchet and Clank. Ah, there we go. I was really worried if I was actually gonna miss boxes on that, because it's very easy to miss boxes when you're grinding rails. I don't know why I'm having, like, slippery tongue. I really wish they would explain what these weird tiki men are. Ooh. Favorite drink? Like, if we're talking about, like, sodas in particular, I really like Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew. I do know I need to get back to drinking more healthier stuff like water and whatnot, though. Yeah, before next, the Ask the Smashcast to be patient. Okay. Do.
I want Easter egg. I want Easter egg. I want Easter egg. I want Easter egg.
You'll get an Easter egg if you shut up, Crash.
Oh. I wonder what happened to her.
Oh, that was close. Okay. Oh, that nefarious Dr. Pepper, always trying to take over the world with his syrupy goodness.
Yahoo!
A level complete. Gems and skins. Oh, look at Coco in her little painter outfit.
Ain't it just the cutest?
And of course, I got the classic biker skin for Crash. And the insanely perfect relic. Don't expect a lot of these in the stream, just gonna say that much. Well, thank you for that, Crody. I almost said Cody, but I had to double check it's Crody. But yeah, thank you. I hope you have a good Easter too.
Woo!
It's kind of weird that there's a checkpoint this early in the level, but who am I to judge? Do I exist? Well, you're typing, and I assume you're breathing, so yes, I would say you do indeed exist. Don't know why you need my validation for that. With my family. Oh, that sounds nice, Tanook. I hope you and your family have been enjoying that Easter together. Let's see, the boss for Crash 5 is the I want an Easter egg kid. Oh, well, I am very sorry to say this, but you might need to accept the fact that, like, because I'm busy, like, you know, playing the game, obviously, there might be times where I don't pay, like, a lot of attention to the chat and I might miss messages. It's nothing personal, it's just me having to, like, focus on what I'm playing right now. Seely got Pichu. I suppose she did. Oop, there we go. Oh, by the way, boys and girls, take a look at that little sketching on the wall. Pay close attention to it. Let's see. Let's see, do me and Tanuki both voice Embryo and Tiny Tiger nowadays? I think I voiced Tiny, like, in... Maybe not in anything that's, like, public, but I have voiced him in, like, one random thing that I made for Tanuki. I did voice Embryo for one dub that I do with Skylar, but that's about it. Let's see. Really disappointed that Pyragon, Smash, and now Crash. Well, we still have 2 characters left. You never know. Actually, hang on. Can I look at that one more time just to make sure I remember? Okay. Oh. I'll take that. Well, that sounds like a really nice meester you got there, Ashley.
Ah!
Dun, dun, dun.
What's up?
I just love the facial expressions. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna see what just tagged me. Excuse me. Oh boy. Ooh.
Woo!
Oh, that was close. Let's see. Has he played this game before? I did play a bit of it beforehand, like I made it as far as the end of the snow area, but I'm just doing a new save file for the sake of this stream. Let's see. Question, do you like Disney Pixar Inside and Out? Yeah, I like the film. Really good. Probably one of my favorite Pixar movies.
It appears to be a door between dimensions.
Yes, the kind we keep shut.
Let me see.
We have to go through, find my siblings, and fix this before some putz with a big evil plan and a bigger ego does
See,
something.
I hope they double down on the completion requirements for the next game. What do you think? Considering how the completion requirements are probably one of the most polarizing things about Crash 4, I don't think I should really agree on it being doubled down. Well, you really should watch Inside Out sometime, Tanuki. It's a really charming film. Honestly, I'd argue, like, and also in terms of, like, just raw emotion, probably one of the more, like, emotionally intense films that Pixar made. Well, from what I've seen anyway. I still haven't seen Soul yet.
Damn unstoppable. Right, you're fine, Joe. Have fun with your ray guns or whatever.
Oh, he bit his leg. That's animalistic.
Our enemies are already moving against us, and we will prevail.
Oh, that's right. Coco's also Pixar. Yeah, that's another good one, actually. See, do you know Ika Ika? He's my favorite mascot. I won't tell you what it does. I do know of Ika Ika. I know what he does. In my own playthrough, I haven't gone that far into the game yet, if that's what you're asking. But I am aware of him. Yeah, I have been meaning to watch Soul. I don't know why I've been putting it off. Woo. Okay, got that. Oh, and that's right. This game exclusively... Okay, maybe not exclusively, but something that they added for, like, the new ports of the game. An exclusive electrifying outfit. Let me see. But yeah, I think I will let you people decide. Should I play the next level or so as Crash or as Coco? Let's see. Oh, there's Steve. How's it going? It's going well, Rain Boom. I hope your Easter's been going well. Oh, you have been. Have you been enjoying it so far, Bella? Bloop, 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 bloop. I don't think I can really do voice work for Coco because I'm very clearly a man. Also, hello to you too, Maharu. Actually, you know what? Yeah, also with Coco. Actually, wait, did I? Okay, yeah, it does have me set to that. Let's see. My favorite mask is Kapunawa. I like it. Like, she's my favorite in terms of personality. I'm not sure if she's my favorite just from gameplay, though. I'm not quite sure what would be my favorite from a gameplay standpoint.
So, we need the other masks to close the rifts?
Correct. Now my brother Akano is around here somewhere. Welcome to the show. Precious mouse. Behold the aforementioned putz.
Don't worry. We have a thing where we fight, he loses.
Do-
It's a well-established dynamic.
Man, I don't... Oh. Sorry, I thought I had something caught on my foot. I'm not sure, like, if I've said it, like, too much beforehand, but I'm gonna be honest, like, as much as I respect Debbie for voicing Coco as long as she has been, I think I kind of like Eden's Coco a lot more. Like, she sounds perfectly spunky and adorable, and plus, unlike with Debbie, I don't have to worry about, like, another character bleeding in through her performance, because that was always one of the bigger problems that I had with Debbie as Coco. Like, I thought she was better about it in the Insane Trilogy and Nitro Field, But anytime she voices Coco, it really sounds like just her Jimmy voice tends to bleed into her performance.
Don't care.
Well, wait a minute. Was that? Oh, that was from off in the distance. I thought there was another platform I could summon there. Boop. Doop. Doop. Explosions no more. Let's see. I've been watching dinosaurs on Disney Plus. Okay, I need to clarify since there's technically more than one thing based on it. Are you talking about the 2000-ish CGI movie or the Jim Henson sitcom Dinosaurs? Let's see. Can gotta go fast. Join the stream. If they wanted to join, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I don't think they've really showed much of an interest. I forgot they come in spawns of 2. But it's like, if they did want to join, I wouldn't be against it, but they haven't really shown like a too big of an interest in doing so the last couple of times I told them I was streaming. Oh! Okay, I will concede that's my fault. I was not really paying attention. Let's see. I personally like when you can hear another performance in someone's performance. I think there is kind of like a charm to it in some instances. I just kind of would prefer if there was at least an attempt to try to distinguish the voices, so that way it would feel like each performance actually is unique from each other, instead of just there's a better way of trying to describe what I'm trying to describe. I'm just not really good at it. Yes, I will not get an insane relic, but to be perfectly honest, I kinda don't care. Yeah, because honestly, like, my mantra when it comes to completing this game is that, like, I'm only focusing on gems and flashback tapes. I really could care less about getting insane relics. Oh, guess that grandpa was large enough to where it would count as hitting it. That's cute. Let's see. Let me see. I still don't have Balin yet, mainly just because at this point I'm just gonna wait until it gets on sale, but I do want to give it a try eventually. Because, like, I don't know if I'm in a minority with this, but I feel like people are kind of being a little bit too harsh on the game. Oh boy. Oh! Well, you know what we gotta do, pro gamers? Okay, so in order, hey Chris, I'm doing well. And yes, Jordan, we were talking about your man because someone asked me about said man. I don't let Engine speak because he's a creep. I mean, seriously, how? He is a creep. That, and to be honest, you know, bless his soul for trying, but I still kind of... Like, I know you mentioned your thoughts on it before about Maharu, but personally speaking, like, as much as I appreciate Corey for trying, I still kind of prefer Nolan as Engine. There we go. Now I can regain what dignity I have left. Oh boy! Never mind that whole thing about dignity. I clearly don't have any. Yep. Yep. I figured you were King Jordan. You don't have to explain yourself. There we go. Oh. First. I said first. Be sure to catch that before you get on here, because if you go through this without hitting that box, you're locked away from getting it. Let's see. I think a lot of it has to do with the filter that he uses, personally speaking. Not that I'm against it, like... Well, actually, I'll say I'm not, like, fully against it. I feel like there's some instances where it feels like the filter kind of drowns out what he says sometimes. Like, not to, like, an egregious point, but there were a couple of instances where I did need to have the subtitles on to understand what he's saying. Two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Boom. And there's that. But yeah, it's like, even though I do personally prefer Nolan, I do still really appreciate what Curry does for the role. Like, it definitely is a step above what he used to sound like in stuff like Wrath of Cortex. Although then again, I'm not the only person that thinks that, so... My favorite voice actor for Engine would be Lee Lochtard, who also voiced Dr. Fluggen. You know, I could see Lee being a pretty decent Engine. It's just a matter of if they ever decide to go with Vancouver voiceovers for a Crash game one day. Like I do know, like, there's a good chance they might do that for Sonic with Sonic Prime, since the studios that are working on that are the same ones that worked on Mega Man Fully Charged, and that was a Vancouver production. Yeah, that is kind of fair that, like, he does kind of feel a bit different than the other engines, but there's just something about the manic, almost passionate manicness he has with it that just makes it really entertaining for me to listen to. Yeah, it's kind of like, say, with, a kind of an amusing comparison, since this is also a character no one's voiced somewhere. It's kind of like with Danny DeVito's Penguin. Like, he's nothing like he is in any other adaptation, but he plays the part so well that I almost kind of don't mind. Three, 4, 5. Alright, Jordan, you have fun with your egg hunt. You gotta pop up. There you go. Oh, that was close. Ah, fud. Can't get that. Oh well. At least I'll know where it is next time I get there. If nothing else, I at least have this. Well, for these games in particular, I would agree, because, like with this game is clearly trying to, like, in terms of, like, tone, kind of ape itself off of the classic series, you know, for obvious reasons. It's meant to be a direct continuation of Warped. So I can kind of understand that understanding of it, but yeah, it is what it is. I could go back and get that gem, but I won't. For good.
Hey, I don't like the sand. It's rough, and it's coarse, and it gets everywhere. And it gives my bum a rash.
Oh, that's right. This is the level that introduces the flashback tapes. And I'm not gonna lie, I think when it comes to Crash 4 in its entirety, the flashback tapes are probably my favorite part so far. Like, they're definitely ball-busting, but I feel like out of all the challenging stuff in the game, they feel the most fair to me. No. But yeah, just a freebie right here. Don't get used to that in later stages. Two, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Am I friends with Donkey Dude, aka SBO's Dojo? Yeah, me and Zach are friends. We collaborate now and then. We're good. Well, okay then. There we go. In here. Okay, just making sure. Three, four, five. Very metal. Who do you think is a better comedian, Jim Carrey or Eddie Murphy? For my experience, in terms of someone that's consistently funny, I don't know, actually. I'd have to get back to you on that. Like, I think they both still have that same issue of, like, they're kind of hit or miss in terms of comedy, but when they're funny, they're hilarious. But I'm not quite sure if Okay, I guess I didn't hit the slide button. But I don't know who I would say is overall funnier between the two of them. Okay, that does destroy both boxes. I wasn't entirely sure of that at first. Ooh, there we go. Do you collaborate with Dark Cloud VA or do you both Sonic at the same time, just like Tanuki and Donkey Dude? Let me see. Trying to get my bearings here. I have been in a couple of projects with Brandon before. As far as like actively work with him, like I do know there's one project he's currently in the middle of working on that I'm voicing for him. But outside of that, I can't say there's, like, too many things that the both of us work on regularly, but he's still a really good guy regardless. Like, I actually was playing some Smash with him the other day while he was testing out his new capture card, and I was genuinely surprised how well I was doing at it, and it... There we go. Oh, look at this big palooka. I will admit, that's probably one of my favorite engine lines. Frank! I just love the... Oh, how did I not get hit by that? How? Oh, real quick, what I did or what the engine did? Up. Ah. Actually, I wonder. Aha! Okay, I figured. I just needed a clarification. Actually, what's kind of funny is that, like, back when I made my crash reel, like, some time ago, like, I'm actually contemplating on doing another one and including Oxide with it, because I like to think that I can actually do a pretty decent Oxide. And maybe add in some other characters that I didn't get to add beforehand, like Pinstripe and whatnot. And maybe try to redo what I did with Dingodile. Ooh. Man, that was so simple. Why didn't I do that when I first went through that? When I went through that stage? Oh, that's so simple. There we go. Oh. Oh, wait, I did? Hang on. Oh, boy. Actually, wait. Did I miss a box in the bonus stage, or just in any other part of the stage? Let's see, to those who've already seen it, what are your thoughts on the new Space Jam movie? Just by looking at the trailer. I will admit, it's a lot more go for broke than I was expecting it to be. Okay, not when I was expecting it to be. Oh, it was in the bonus round, and oh, and I can't redo it now that I passed the gate. Blech. Let's see, how far away from the end am I? Contemplating. Yeah, you know what? It's not like anyone's really going to be able to stop me from doing it. Plus, there's just something about getting all the boxes in one go is just really gratifying for me. Okay, now where was I? Oh, that's right, the Space Jam trailer. Like, I'll admit, it's definitely a lot more go for broke than I expected. Not what I expected it to be. Like, a lot more than the first film's what I meant to say. In both instances, actually. Like, and there's a part of me that actually does kind of appreciate the fact that it's going as bonkers as it is. Because, like, I mean, you know, nostalgia or not, let's not kid ourselves here. The premise of Space Jam is incredibly stupid. And it looks like, from the trailer, it's definitely embracing that inherent stupidity more than the first film is. So, I definitely feel like it's going to be worth watching just for that. That said, I am genuinely surprised just how many Warner Brothers things they're actually putting into the movie. Like, it's... Like, I know a lot of people made the comparison, but it really is... what I'm trying to say... I understand why people are making the Ready Player One comparisons. It really does kind of feel like that. Oh. Well, thank you. Happy Easter to you too, Julian. Ahaha. Okay. Haven't seen either the first Space Jam or Ready Player One. I have nothing to compare it to. That's fine. Like, I don't blame you for not seeing Ready Player One, because I haven't either. Like, it looks fine, it's just that I haven't been like, okay. Like, it looks harmless, but I haven't been, like, too enthused into seeing it for myself. Also doesn't help that, from what I understand, the author of the original book is kind of a jerk. Oh. Let's see. I think it looks promising. I was also quite surprised when I found out that Zenyatta is also voicing Lola. Yeah, it's like... I'll admit I was surprised because it felt like for the longest time they pretty much all but flat out said that Kath was going to be back as Lola, and it's like... It's weird in that regard, but as outside of that, I'm not too upset about Zenyatta being able to voice her, because the thing with Lola is that, like, it's not like with, like, say, Bugs or Daffy, where Bugs and Daffy have, like, very distinct voices, and it really helps sell the character when you have voices that really mimic how they originally sound. Like, for example, Daffy, he has that lisp, and, you know, you gotta nail that lisp if you want to sound like a good Daffy. Oh! That was on purpose, don't worry. But anyway, like I was saying, it's like... But you get my point. Like, Bugs and Daffy, their voices that are, like, distinct and iconic, so it would really help the performance if you did try to nail that as close as you can. Whereas with Lola, whether it be in Space Jam, or even in the Looney Tunes show... Oh, yeah... no, I might be pronouncing the name wrong. The girl that plays MJ in the MCU Spider-Man films. But anyway, it's like, the difference... It's like the difference between, like, Bugs and Daffy that have, like, really distinct voices is that, well, that's Lola. With Lola, it's like, she doesn't really have, like, a particularly distinct voice. Like, I feel like any female actress can be able to play Lola, and it would not... I have no idea where my brain is. Does anyone know where my brain is? It might be a little hard to find, because I think last I checked it's the size of a cashew. Maybe smaller. Like, scientists are still trying to figure that out. Okay. If I'm not gonna get the 3 or less gem, I wanna at least focus on getting all the boxes. I'm a bit biased with Space Jam having live-action CGI instead of 2D live-action element. That looks really nice. I wasn't, like, too worried about that aspect. Mostly because, first off, I'm still thankful that we still have, like, any 2D in the film at all. Like, when LeBron visits, them in Looney Tune World. And I'll admit, that's something that really caught me off guard. I actually did not expect them to go and actually make... like, a 2D LeBron for those sections. I figured it would have been just like the first film, where he just stayed to live action, but still visiting the Looney Tunes world. And actually, now that I think about that, now that we have that whole thing of, like, LeBron being animated in that sequence, it really does kind of highlight, like, a major missed opportunity that I felt the first film had, in that, like, aside from one, like, I guess you could call it a daydream, even though it's not technically a daydream. Like, aside from one sequence in the first film, where they're, like, imagining, like, Michael being the slave for Schwackhammer, we never really get an instance of seeing a 2D Michael at all in the first Space Jam, and I do kind of appreciate New Legacy actually, you know, toying around with that idea. Honestly, in general, I would say, like, aside from the whole Ready Player One-ish comparisons, it feels like the New Legacy is actually pretty much utilizing a lot of the missed potential that the first movie has. Oh, wait, I think I know where it is that I missed it. There we go. There we go, a nice solid 24. Okay, I imagined I figured that was the case of me mispronouncing it. Like, I don't know how clear it is, like, the past couple of times I've been in, like, videos and whatnot, but I've been kind of getting a lot more, like, progressively congested lately. Like, I think it might be just I'm having allergies more regularly than I would care to admit. I should probably go and see if I can find some kind of, like, thing for that for my nose. But, oh, actually, I almost forgot. Something I was about to talk about in terms of, like, the CGI used in Space Jam. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's actually the same animation team that animated a bunch of CGI Looney Tunes shorts that we saw back in the day. Like, with... That actually surprised me. I'm not gonna lie, whenever I revisit that level, that bit always surprises me. Now, anyway, as I was saying, one thing that... Yeah, they made, like, a bunch of these, like, CG shorts, like, some time ago. Like, I forgot what movie it was attached to, but it's, like, they made a bunch of these, like, CGI Looney Tunes shorts that... And a lot of them actually use, like, a lot of recycled audios from Mel Blanc. Like, I think my favorite out of all of them is Daffy's Rhapsody, where it's, like, Elmer's at this theater... and Daffy's performing at it, and just the very sight of Daffy kicks in Elmer's, like, hunting instinct, and he tries to, like, hunt and shoot him throughout the entirety of the play he's performing. And, like, that, and I know they also made, like, a bunch of, like, Wile E. Coyote shorts around that time as well, and both those shorts, in my honest opinion, are just fantastic. Like, they nailed how the Looney Tunes would look in a CG format, and I'm convinced that that same team of animators are the ones that are doing the CGI for New Legacy. Woohoo! There we go. No biker outfit for Coco. Oh, honestly, it kind of looks gaudy on her anyway. Yeah, if you ever do get a chance to watch it, Bella, I think you'll really like it. It's basically like it started off as like this song that Mel Blanc recorded for a, I want to say it's a cassette. I don't know what media it was on, but like it was a song he recorded for an album like decades ago, you know, back when he was still in his prime. And I guess a team of animators took that bit of him singing and made an entire animation based on it, and it's just glorious. Like, it does have, like, a few, like, slightly uncanny valley things to it. Like, for example, the fact that they gave Daffy green eyes. But aside from that, he looks basically spot on like he does in, like, any of the 2D animations.
Experiment log. Bandicoot subject trial number 1. Yes, the crates are meant to be broken. They weren't placed as an impenetrable barrier. I'll redesign the other tests.
Let's see. Just taking a second to catch up to that. Two, three, 4, 5. Oh, that's close. I have to keep reminding myself that sometimes you have to plan a little bit ahead when it comes to these flashback tapes. Yeah, like I mentioned before, these are probably my favorite levels in Crash 4 so far, because they can be challenging, but I feel like unlike the rest of Crash 4, at least in terms of like stuff like finding all the boxes and whatnot, I feel like the flashback tapes are probably the most fair with its challenge. Like, all you really have to worry about is making sure you bust every box along the way. You don't have to worry about doing it in a certain number of lives. You don't have to worry about collecting anything special while you're getting them. Just pure survival and box breaking. Why not B-Movie 2? I don't recall... I don't think anyone brought up B-Movie to begin with, so you shouldn't really be asking why not, because no one asked why to begin with.
First try.
First test complete. Well done, subject.
Oh, he was? That's interesting. Like, honestly, that would have been really amusing, just the idea of Mel Blanc voicing in a Disney product. I feel like he might have at least once. I just need to remember what it was. Again, if he ever did. Let me see. I'm thinking after I'm done with this Wasteland world, like after I beat Engine might be where I end the stream. I'll have to think about it, because I do know I need to get dinner soon. So yeah, I'll play this, I'll beat Engine, and then I'll probably get myself some dinner, but if I feel like it later, I might come back to do more of this. Wonder if we get a Crash Bandicoot cartoon that isn't cancelled. I would like to see it look in the style of Looney Tunes. I mean, it would be appropriate considering that Looney Tunes was a massive source of inspiration for Crash. Woohoo! Oh. Let me see. Can you do your Sonic, Knuckles, and Dr. Eggman impressions? I don't really do a whole lot of Sonic, mainly because I feel like not a lot of people particularly... compared to my other Sonic impressions, I don't think people are really asking me to do Sonic that much. As far as Knuckles or Eggman, I guess it really depends on what you want me to say. See, provide the voice of Gideon in Pinocchio. However, when it was decided that Gideon would be mute, Blanc's lines were cut from the final film, except for 3 hiccups. Oh, that is just... what could have been. Alright, folks, be honest. How livid were you when you found out that this is where boxes were? Oh. But yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, if that wasn't the case, like, what characters Mel would have voiced for Disney. Like, honestly, I feel like if given the chance, I could see Mel Blanc being a really good Mortimer. Like, honestly, I think it'd be kind of funny. considering that Mortimer is just like a rival of Mickey, and you know, we all know like some of Mel's most famous characters are basically Looney Tunes. So just imagine like a Looney Tune or the voice of one voicing Mickey's rival. Let's see. Well, they're there, Bella, because this game, for better or worse, really encourages you to really comb the levels in order to try and find boxes. Woo! Doot, doot, doot. Oh. Checking. Okay, that's 19 out of 19. Nah, I gotta admit, that's a very ballsy move, putting an Aku Aku right next to that TNT. Ooh, boy. Woohoo. Oh boy, yeah! Yeah, I would say Maurice is definitely my favorite Mortimer, even though I honestly think Jeff Bennett actually does a pretty good job in the Paul Reddish Mickey shorts. Definitely better than how he voiced him in Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Like, he felt like a completely different character in that. Woo! If you ever play Kingdom Hearts or Astral Chain. I have not, mainly because, being perfectly honest, neither of them really appeal to me that much. Like, with Kingdom Hearts, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm fully aware of how infamously convoluted that series can be. And in terms of Astral Chain, it's... Oh, actually, wait, well, the box still... Okay, it still reappears. And in terms of Astral Chain, it's really amusing, because it's like... Because that's made by Platinum. And I recognize that Platinum is a top-tier developer. But honestly, like, aside from... oh well. But, like, aside from when they were working with Capcom on stuff like Beautiful Joe and Okami, I really don't find myself interested in a lot of Platinum's games. At the same time, someone else that voices Sonic and Knuckles. No, I've never had the chance to voice Sonic for anyone in particular, and I've voiced Knuckles for a few people, but it's not quite as frequently as whenever I get asked to voice, like, Eggman, or, as of late, Big. Like, I've had a surprising number of people having me voice Big lately. Oh boy. It's still a shame that he didn't reprise his role for the newer Mickey shorts. I feel like a lot of that is just him being really busy with the Animaniacs reboot. At least as far as, like, the most recent shorts go, anyway. I feel like I would have needed an Aku Aku in order to tank that. Actually, what do I have? Yeah, I feel like I did need a Naku Aku in order to cheese that. Actually, wait a minute. I don't think I really need to, because once I hit the nitro detonator switch, it should destroy that box right next to it. Theoretically, anyway. Whee! Oh boy! Okay, I kind of did like a bit of a panic there because right out of the corner of my eye I saw that box that I missed. Woohoo! There we go. Oop. Oh, this segment. This one's a lot of fun. Hamster ball, go! Dreep, 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 and lastly, dreep. Clear gem. Da, 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 da. Woo! It's a good thing those ramps are pretty automated. Oh boy. Doop. Aha! Oh, and actually, Ah, perfect gym run, just by the skin of my teeth. I'm actually curious, is everyone still doing alright? Because I've noticed the chat's been a little quiet for a while now. Okay, before I fight Engine, I'm gonna do that one last tape. Chicken boy.
The Bandicoot 5 pedalization was a success. If he survives my trials of wit and strength, he'll be promoted to General of my army.
You mean you'll brainwash him, Master?
Tomato, potato.
Oh boy.
That's a dead one.
That's a dead one. Okay, that would explain it. Well, that would explain one of them at least. Hope you and your brother are doing well, by the way. Okay, I should not have done that. Oh, but... Okay, I thought I did hit the jump button. Woohoo! Oh boy! I thought I could do a trick with that, but I guess I can't. Wa-doop. Wa-doop. Oh! Okay. Oopsie poopsies. Woo. Doing fine. My brother just got vaccinated last Friday. He's feeling better now, but he had to call out work. Okay, I'm glad he's doing well. It's kind of funny because I know Jordan got her vaccine earlier in the week as well.
Crate technology shows promise, but may require more R&D before rolling out. That's where you come in.
Oh, okay. Figured I would have been... what I'm trying to say. I figured I would have hopped just low enough to where I would just barely touch that. Let's see. Just drawing Cream the rabbit holding her Easter basket filled with... Oh, that's cute. There we go.
Exceptional work.
Krispy Kreme's giving away free donuts for the rest of the year as a promotion for those who got vaccinated. Interesting. Now, with that choice of phrasing, does that mean that they're just giving one free donut to anyone that's been vaccinated, or anyone that's been vaccinated gets free donuts for a year whenever they want free donuts? Now I'm in the mood for donuts. Dag nabbit.
Alright, all you bloodthirsty lunatics. Put your freaky little hands together for Rocket Head!
One, two, three, four.
Prepare for a beating, Bandicoot. You're ruining my solo!
Sorry, I thought I heard something.
Stay away from the man. Don't like death metal.
Also, it is just any time that I want for the rest of the year. Man, that is just... I wonder if my folks would say no to a sweet deal like that.
Now, Bandicoot. The show must go on.
Man, that's probably the most flawless run I've had with Engine yet. I mean, not that he's a particularly hard boss, but I've always had instances where I get, like, accidentally blindsided now and then. Let's see. Gotta find a good way to get fascinated. Say, can you do Agnes things back in my ties?
My beautiful creation.
Dow! His head should have been split in pieces after that, considering how heavy Akano is. Alright, good luck with helping your stepdad, Bella. Yoop. All the way over there. Actually, did I? Okay, I did. Just making sure. But yeah, I'm actually going to call it for right now, so I can get myself some dinner. Might return a bit later if I feel like it, but yeah, for now I just gotta get myself some food. Thank you to everyone that has joined, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening and have a wonderful Easter.